And welcome back to Jakarta Movers and Shakers. Well, abalone has been a luxury food in China since imperial times. Poachers are feeding the country's appetite for the pricey little mollusk, resulting in a drop in the abalone population in South Africa's once large natural reserves. Now, VOA reporter Kate Bartlett visited one abalone aquaculture farm in Hermanus, South Africa, with more.
A small tourist town outside of Cape Town is known for its stunning ocean vistas and humpback whales. There also used to be an abundant number of a much smaller sea creature in the wild here, the abalone. But now their numbers are greatly depleted, so farms like this one are legally breeding the seafood for export, as well as putting some baby abalone back in the ocean.
It's very difficult because I grow the babies. I can't eat my babies, it's quite difficult.
Breeder Kabelo Manyama may not eat them, but the farm she works at produces these sea snails, primarily for the Asian market, where the seafood is highly prized in Chinese cuisine. The majority of the company's exports go to China, including Hong Kong, where a larger abalone can sell for about $70. Abalone suits the Chinese culturally, says Chief Financial Officer Enver Manchest.
In the Asian market, abalone is known as white gold. And if you look at a dried piece of abalone, it represents or resembles a gold ingot. And abalone, in a similar way, represents a sign of prosperity.
The lucrative business has gained the attention of poachers who want to cash in on Asian demand. Once abundant along South Africa's coastline, abalone numbers in the wild have dropped because of rampant poaching. There are even concerns it could become extinct in the wild. Fishing for abalone without permits in the wild is now forbidden, but the poaching continues, says researcher Kimon de Krief.
The black market prices for abalone eclipsed record highs just last year. That's another signal from the price side that demand is incredibly high and that the market is growing.
De Krief says the multi-million-dollar illicit abalone trade is run by organized criminal syndicates in South Africa.
In many cases, these groups are involved in other forms of crime, whether it's people smuggling or human trafficking, or there's some convergence with other illicit wildlife trades. There have been seizures, for example, of dried abalone alongside rhino horn or ivory.
Another consequence of poaching. 30 years ago, local residents were allowed to dive for abalone and eat it. But now that's not allowed, says restaurant owner Yanni Malherba.
South Africans haven't been able to get a hold of it. Most of it gets shipped to China, or all of it gets shipped to China.
Malherba is now trying to repopularize the seafood by putting abalone, sourced from the area's local farms, back on South African plates. Kate Bartlett for VOA News, Hermanus.